Teleportation and our sci-fi dreams. The idea of instantaneously moving from one place to another has fascinated humanity for generations. It's a concept that has been explored in countless books, movies, and TV shows, capturing our imaginations and making us wonder about the possibilities. Who hasn't dreamt of bypassing traffic jams with the flick of a switch? Imagine the convenience of never having to sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic again, of simply stepping into a machine and being whisked away to your destination in the blink of an eye. Imagine stepping into a booth and instantly materializing across the globe. Whether it's for a business meeting in Tokyo, a vacation in Paris, or a family visit in New York, the possibilities are endless. The world would truly become a smaller place with distances shrinking to mere moments. No more airport security lines, no more lost luggage, just instant travel. The hassles of modern travel would be a thing of the past. No more waiting in long lines, dealing with delayed flights, or worrying about your bags not making it to your destination. Teleportation would revolutionize the way we think about travel. This is the allure of teleportation, a concept deeply ingrained in our collective imagination thanks to science fiction. From the pages of classic novels to the screens of blockbuster films, teleportation has been a staple of the genre, offering a glimpse into a future where the impossible becomes possible. From Star Trek's iconic transporter room to the instant travel of Doctor Who's TARDIS, teleportation has fueled countless stories and captured our imaginations for decades. These iconic scenes have become part of our cultural lexicon, symbolizing the ultimate in futuristic travel. These sci-fi depictions offer tantalizing glimpses into a world where distance becomes irrelevant, a world where you can be anywhere you want to be, whenever you want to be there. It's a dream that has inspired generations of scientists, engineers, and dreamers to push the boundaries of what is possible. However, the question remains, how much of this is pure fantasy, and how much is rooted in scientific possibility? While the idea of teleportation is thrilling, it's important to separate the science from the fiction. What does current science say about the feasibility of teleportation? Can we really hope to one day teleport ourselves across vast distances? The answer isn't straightforward. While we may not be able to teleport in the way science fiction depicts, there are scientific principles that suggest some form of teleportation could be possible. The answer, as with most things in science, is both exciting and complex. The field of quantum mechanics offers some intriguing possibilities. Quantum entanglement, for example, is a phenomenon where particles become interconnected in such a way that the state of one particle instantly influences the state of another, no matter the distance between them. Let's delve into the world of quantum mechanics, explore the mind-boggling concept of entanglement, and examine the current state of teleportation research. Scientists have already made significant strides in teleporting information at the quantum level. This process, known as quantum teleportation, involves transferring the state of a particle from one location to another without moving the particle itself. Hold on tight, because we're about to embark on a journey to the very edge of scientific understanding. We'll explore the latest breakthroughs, the challenges that lie ahead, and the potential future of teleportation. While we may not be stepping into teleportation booths just yet, the research being done today could pave the way for incredible advancements in the future. So let's dive in and see where the science takes us. Before we get carried away with dreams of teleporting to a beach in Bali, let's take a moment to ground ourselves in the reality of our current scientific understanding. It's important to remember that while the idea of teleportation is incredibly exciting, it remains firmly in the realm of science fiction for now. Science fiction often takes liberties with scientific principles, creating fantastical worlds where the impossible becomes possible. Teleportation is no exception to this trend. In many beloved sci-fi stories, teleportation is depicted as a routine and effortless process. Typically, it involves dematerializing at one location and rematerializing instantly at another, often with the help of some advanced technology. This process is shown to be seamless and instantaneous, with no apparent complications or delays. Characters simply step into a booth or walk through a portal, and in the blink of an eye, they find themselves in a completely different place. While this makes for compelling storytelling and thrilling adventures, the reality of teleportation, as far as we understand it, is far more nuanced and complex. Current scientific exploration of teleportation focuses on the transfer of quantum information rather than the physical matter itself. This is a crucial distinction. The idea of teleporting physical objects, let alone human beings, presents a myriad of challenges that we are only beginning to understand. The distinction between teleporting data and teleporting a human being is significant because it highlights the vast technological and theoretical gulf we need to bridge. So, while we may not be beaming ourselves across the galaxy, or even to the nearest beach anytime soon, the science behind teleportation is far from fiction. Researchers are making strides in understanding the principles of quantum mechanics, which could one day make teleportation a reality. let's dive into the strange and fascinating world of quantum mechanics to understand how scientists are tackling the challenges of teleportation. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that deals with the behavior of particles at the smallest scales. It is a field that is as perplexing as it is intriguing, with principles that often defy our everyday experiences. One of the key concepts in quantum mechanics is entanglement, where particles become interconnected in such a way that the state of one particle instantly influences the state of another, no matter the distance between them. This phenomenon is at the heart of quantum teleportation. In experiments, scientists have successfully teleported quantum information between particles, a process that involves transferring the state of a particle from one location to another without moving the particle itself. While this is a monumental achievement, it is important to note that teleporting quantum information is vastly different from teleporting physical objects or living beings. The dream of stepping into a teleportation booth and instantly arriving at a distant destination remains a tantalizing vision of the future. However, the journey to make this dream a reality is filled with scientific challenges and breakthroughs yet to be made. As researchers continue to explore the mysteries of quantum mechanics and push the boundaries of what is possible, we move closer to understanding the true potential of teleportation. The path ahead is long and uncertain, but the pursuit of knowledge and the quest to turn science fiction into science fact is what drives innovation and discovery. So while we may not be teleporting to a beach in Bali just yet, the future holds endless possibilities. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the fascinating world of science and technology, where today's fiction could become tomorrow's reality. To grasp the concept of teleportation, we first need to venture into the bizarre realm of quantum mechanics. This branch of physics governs the behavior of particles at the atomic and subatomic level, and it's here we encounter the mind-bending phenomenon of quantum entanglement. Imagine two particles linked in such a way that they share the same fate, no matter how far apart they are. This is entanglement, a concept even Einstein found unsettling, referring to it as spooky action at a distance. When you measure the state of one entangled particle, you instantly know the state of the other, even if they are light years apart. This instantaneous connection between entangled particles forms the bedrock of quantum teleportation. While it doesn't involve physically moving particles, it allows for the transfer of quantum states, which is the key to potentially teleporting information, and perhaps one day, even matter. Section 4, Quantum Teleportation. Not quite beam me up, but still cool. Now, let's address the elephant in the transporter room. Quantum teleportation, as we understand it today, is not about teleporting Captain Kirk to a new planet. Instead, it focuses on transferring quantum information, the properties of a particle, like its spin or polarization, from one location to another. Imagine wanting to send a secret message written in invisible ink. You could simply send the message, but anyone could intercept and reveal it. However, if you had two entangled particles, you could use one to teleport the information about your message to the other particle, which your recipient possesses. This is, in essence, how quantum teleportation works. While this process doesn't involve transporting the physical message itself, it allows for the secure transfer of information. Think of it as sending a blueprint rather than the actual object. This is a crucial distinction because it highlights the current limitations and future possibilities of teleportation technology. Section 5. The human blueprint, a data storage nightmare. The human body is an incredibly complex machine, composed of trillions of cells, each containing a vast library of genetic information. This genetic information is stored in the form of DNA, which acts as a blueprint for building and maintaining the human body. Each cell's DNA contains instructions for everything from hair color to immune system function, making it a critical component of our biological makeup. To teleport a human being, you would need to map out the exact state of every single atom and particle in their body. This means capturing the precise position, velocity, and quantum state of each atom, which is an incredibly detailed and complex task. The human body is made up of approximately 7 octillion atoms, and each one would need to be accounted for in order to ensure a successful teleportation. This information would then need to be transmitted instantaneously and flawlessly to the destination, where it would be used to reconstruct the person down to the last atom. The transmission process would require an immense amount of bandwidth and data integrity to ensure that no information is lost or corrupted during the transfer. Any error in the data could result in catastrophic consequences, such as missing limbs or altered brain function. The amount of data involved in this process is staggering, far exceeding the storage capacity of even the most advanced supercomputers we have today. Current supercomputers are capable of processing and storing vast amounts of data, but the sheer volume required for teleportation is orders of magnitude greater. To put it into perspective, the data required to map a single human body would be equivalent to the storage capacity of millions of today's most powerful supercomputers combined. Imagine trying to store the entire Library of Congress on a single grain of rice. The Library of Congress is one of the largest libraries in the world, containing millions of books, manuscripts, and other documents. Compressing all of that information into such a tiny space is a nearly impossible task, yet it pales in comparison to the data storage requirements for human teleportation. That's the scale of the data storage challenge we're talking about. Scientists and engineers are constantly working on developing new data storage technologies, but we are still far from achieving the level of storage capacity needed for teleportation. Innovations such as DNA data storage and quantum computing hold promise for the future, but they are still in the experimental stages and not yet ready for practical application. But the challenges of teleportation go beyond just data storage. Even if we could somehow manage to store and transmit this colossal amount of information, we would still face the daunting task of reassembling a human being at the receiving end. This process would require not only precise data but also advanced technology capable of manipulating matter at the atomic level. Even if we could somehow manage to store and transmit this colossal amount of information, we would still face the daunting task of reassembling a human being at the receiving end. This would involve manipulating matter at the atomic level with unparalleled precision, a feat that currently lies well beyond our technological capabilities. The reassembly process would need to ensure that every atom is placed in its exact original position, which is a level of precision that we have not yet achieved. This would involve manipulating matter at the atomic level with unparalleled precision, a feat that currently lies well beyond our technological capabilities. Current advancements in nanotechnology and atomic-scale precision instruments are promising, but they are still in their infancy. The dream of teleportation remains a distant goal, one that will require significant breakthroughs in both data storage and atomic manipulation before it can become a reality.